Can an Aura family plan actually protect me and my family from the many identity theft threats out there? The leaked passwords, the stolen social security numbers and driver's licenses, the new credit cards taken out in your name. Does a service like Aura family plans actually offer protection against this, or will the hackers triumph? This was the precise question that I set out to answer earlier this year when I began reviewing every identity theft protection service on the market. And today, after 81 hours spent researching Aura alongside other products, I can safely say this: Aura family plans are the best identity theft protection product on the market today. Here is who Aura is going to be good for. You are looking for the best identity theft protection service for you and your family. You're willing to pay for peace of mind, knowing that a combination of humans and software is looking out for you and your family's well-being 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It's good for anybody watching who has something worth protecting: a family, assets, a growing nest egg. It took you years to get to the position that you're in today, and that is something worth defending. Aura is a good fit for those who want the best for themselves and their family. If that's you, go ahead, click the link in the video description below. We're going to have our most recent Aura discounts, so you can save potentially up to 50% off on an Aura family plan for you and your family. Now we'll jump into a detailed review of Aura where we talk about the good and also the bad of the product, because reality is Aura is going to be the best identity theft protection service for most people watching this video. When I began investigating family plans in detail, my first question was, why a family plan? Why not just a couples plan? It seemed a little silly to go with the family plan because, after all, children don't have credit histories, right? What is there to protect with a 7-year-old, with a 14-year-old? They don't have established credit histories. They're not even in the system, so to speak. But it turns out that this is precisely why you want to protect your children starting from a young age. Their lack of a credit history, the fact that they don't have anything established there, actually makes them targets for identity theft. And indeed, children are one of the most frequently targeted demographics by identity thieves. The fact is, most parents aren't really paying attention to their children's credit history until they turn 18, and by that time, often it's too late. Sometimes their social security number has already been misappropriated, already been used to take out loans in their child's name. And so when your child goes to get that first car loan or apply for a student loan or anything of that sort, there's a chance that they'll find out that somebody has actually been using their SSN for years, maybe even over a decade. And that's why a family plan is something worth considering, even if you have children under 18. And to give this widespread problem a little more color, allow me to share the statistic. Last year, more than 1 million children were targeted for identity theft. Now that we have this growing and frankly frightening problem defined, let me share with you the set of characteristics that I'm looking for when I am reviewing identity theft protection services. There's a lot of marketing lingo out there, and I know many of you watching this are sort of unsure how to even evaluate identity theft protection services. You're wondering, do I need this feature? Is this feature important, or is it just sort of marketing jingo? Allow me to share with you the 6 features that I think really matter to 95% of you watching this video. The first is going to be pricing that doesn't change in year 2. A lot of companies will give you 30, 40, 50% off. They give you these really low introductory offers only to raise the price in year 2. You want to avoid that. The second critically important feature, I would say, is credit monitoring at each of the 3 main credit bureaus: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. You don't want single bureau credit monitoring. You want 3 bureau credit monitoring so you can triangulate your credit score at each of the major bureaus. And you want that without having to upgrade to a higher package. So I really am big on price transparency here. You want a highly qualified team of US-based threat resolution specialists who are reachable 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Identity theft can strike anybody at any time, and it's not going to do you a lot of good if you go with a service that doesn't offer 24/7 support. You also want industry best dark web alerts. You want to know if there's been a breach of your personal information, where that breach has occurred, and you need to be able to resolve it in a timely fashion. The key word here being timely. Time is of the essence. You are going to want insurance coverage that grows ideally with each individual on the plan. So you don't want insurance that caps out at $1 million total. You want insurance that offers $1 million of coverage for every adult on the plan. And because we are talking about family plans, you are going to want good parental monitoring software. Now, starting with the dark web monitoring section of this Aura family plans review, Aura dark web alerts are the industry's best. In my experience, Aura has outperformed ID Shield, Identity Force, Costco Complete ID, LifeLock, all by a really wide margin. So here on the screen, you can actually see the results here that I've gotten when inputting my email addresses into these various dark web monitoring softwares. You see Aura comes out at the top, having identified 15 unique breaches of my personal information. That's going to be followed by ID Shield, which has 8 unique total, then Identity Force with 7 unique, and then LifeLock rounding out the bottom of the list with just 1 dark web alert. The more alerts, the better. Yeah, it's depressing to realize that your information has been shared that abundantly on the dark web, but obviously you want to catch it. And in my experience, Aura casts the widest net and does the best job of identifying when these breaches have occurred. Moving to the credit and financial monitoring section of this Aura Family Plans review, the nice thing about Aura is whether you go with the lowest tier individual plan or you go with the family plan up to 5 adults and unlimited children, you are going to get credit monitoring at each of the 3 major credit bureaus. That's TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Like most identity theft protection services on the market, Aura is going to use a Vantage score, which is different than a FICO score. And I know some of you watching this, you want to know what your FICO score is, because indeed a lot of lenders still do use FICO. So here's how you can get the best of both worlds. If you want the 3 bureau credit reporting that this service offers, you can go ahead, click the link in the video description below, sign up and see what exclusive discounts we have available for viewers of Home Security Heroes. And if you want to combine the Vantage scores that you're getting from Aura with FICO score, then what you can do is go to this website right here, freecreditreport.com, and you will get your FICO score reported from Experian. We have definitely had viewers ask us, how can I get a FICO score for free when all of these identity theft protection services rely on this blended Vantage score? And that's the answer. Go to freecreditreport.com and you're going to get a free FICO score, no strings attached. Another question I asked when reviewing the credit and financial monitoring section of Aura is, can I lock my credit score at any of the major 3 credit bureaus directly from the Aura dashboard? The answer to that is yes. With Aura, with the click of a button, you can lock your credit score with Experian, which is certainly nicer than having to go directly to the Experian website and perform a lock there. So it does offer this locking directly from the Aura dashboard. Moving on to public records monitoring, Aura monitors a variety of locations for breaches of your personal information. And yes, they do offer home title monitoring in each of their 3 packages. One of Aura's core differentiating features is that it actually does offer automated data broker opt-outs. To my knowledge, no other identity theft protection service offers that. So basically what this is if your information has appeared on the internet, which it often does on data broker websites, these are websites that traffic in your personal information. So they'll publish things like your birthday, your home address, your full name, maybe even information about present or past employers. Aura will actually scan the internet for that information and send automated opt-out requests to those third-party websites that are publishing your personal information. And they, by law, have to comply. And in my experience, they usually do. Not always, but they usually do, because again, that's a legal requirement. And if this is an important feature to you, if you really do want these automated data broker opt-outs, you can also look at Delete Me. This is a service that, again, going to link up in the video description below. And this is almost like the Aura automated data broker opt-outs, but on steroids. So it casts an even wider net than Aura does. Now, all of the dark web monitoring in the world isn't going to do you any good if you can't get on the phone with somebody who is qualified to assist you. And identity theft can strike at any time. So we really prioritize services that offer 24/7 support from qualified threat resolution specialists. And that's what we want to look at now. This is threat resolution. And the question we're asking is, does Aura Family Plans package come with highly qualified threat resolution specialists who are basically on standby and ready to assist us at any time? So to test this, it's pretty straightforward. I call usually multiple times and I see how quickly is my phone call answered, how qualified is the rep according to a set of criteria that we look at, and if I have any issues, how quickly are they able to resolve them. Now, in my testing with Aura, every time I've called, and I've called multiple times, they've answered the call in less than 2 minutes, so their responsiveness scores them quite high on our list. In addition to our personal experience of being users of the product, of calling their support hotlines, we also look at Trustpilot and we see what other consumers are saying. And in the case of Aura, the reviews are quite positive. Consumers note their responsiveness and their willingness to get on 3-way calls in order to resolve issues. And this is one of the things that I appreciate most about Aura's Family Plans. Yes, it is built on software. It is a software-centric company, but they aren't hiding behind the software. They're real people. They're easy to access. And in my experience, anytime I've called them, I've been able to get in touch in less than 2 minutes. And on that note, you see here, these are Trustpilot reviews, and we've ranked them from highest to lowest. You see that Aura has the highest number, or the highest score rather, on Trustpilot with an average score of 4.7 at the time that I'm making this video. Moving on to insurance coverage, because I know this is important for a lot of you watching this. One unique thing about Aura Family Plans is that they will offer up to $1 million of coverage for every adult on your plan. Other companies will cap this insurance policy at $1 million total, regardless of how many adults you have on your plan. But with an Aura Family Plan, you could have yourself, your spouse, and say 2 parents or 3 parents on the plan, and that would give you up to $5 million worth of insurance coverage. So if this is an important criteria for you while deciding, then definitely give Aura Family Plans a closer look, because they are one of the few companies on the market that offer up to $5 million of total insurance coverage. Really good for anybody who's looking for protection, not just for themselves, but again, for parents, possibly aging parents, spouses, etc. Moving on to pricing. Now, one thing I'm trying to do now in my video reviews is actually not mention specific prices. The reason for that is that they do change somewhat regularly. And so I don't want to date my videos by having an outdated price mentioned. What I can tell you is that if you check out the link in the video description below, we typically have exclusive offers for Home Security Heroes viewers, and those are often in the neighborhood of 50% off identity theft protection services. So definitely check out the links. We keep these links updated on a weekly basis. So if you want the biggest discount, that's where you're going to find it. Now, all of that said, Aura in general is going to be one of the highest value identity theft protection services on the market. So you can get the individual plan for right around $10 a month, again, if you use that discount, and you can get a family plan for right around $25 a month, again, using that discount in the video description below. And remember, family plan covers up to 5 adults and unlimited children. So perfect for those of you who have a big family or who have parents that you want to add to a plan in addition to a spouse or perhaps a boyfriend or a girlfriend. And if you've watched these videos before, you know that one of my annoyances that just kind of drives me crazy is when you have to go up a pricing tier to unlock specific features. So a lot of products on the market, they'll give you credit monitoring at one credit bureau with the cheapest package, but then if you want 3 bureau credit monitoring, you have to upgrade to the mid-tier or the higher tier version of the package. So I find this really annoying that some companies force you to upgrade in order to unlock specific features. And this is one of the things that I appreciate about Aura. It gives you the same set of features, whichever of their plans you go with. So whether you go with Aura's individual, their couple, or their family plan, the features are going to be the same on each of those plans. The only difference is going to be how many individuals are covered and how many devices are covered for things like antivirus and for things like VPN. Another nice thing about Aura's pricing, when you go to that pricing page down there, you can lock in that price for life. So they're not going to do this sneaky year 2 upgrade where you get 50% off the first year and then the second year you end up having to pay their normal rate. What you see is what you get, and if you can lock in a price today with Aura, that's the price you're going to pay for as long as you use the service. One note on parental control software, because I know many of you watching this, you have children and you're wondering if that's included in Aura family plans. It is. They bundle it with Circle, which is one of the best family protection softwares on the market today. I'm going to save that for another video review. We are going to cover Circle in more detail, but for those of you wondering whether there is a software included to monitor your children's devices and protect them from some of the dangers out there on the internet, the answer is yes, that is Circle, and yes, that is included in the Aura family plan. In addition to Circle, if you go with Aura, you are also going to get their VPN, you're going to get their antivirus, password manager, and ad blocker included up to 50 devices. So really way more devices than you would ever need. These are all included under the Aura family plan. All in all, I would say Aura is the best family plan out there on the market today. That might change, but at the time that I'm making this video, because of its $5 million of insurance coverage, because of its parental monitoring software Circle, because of the fact that it offers industry best dark web alerts, and because of the fact that you get 3 bureau credit monitoring, whether you go with the individual, the couple, or the family plan with Aura, I rate it very, very highly and think it's going to be a good fit for many of you watching this video. If you want to claim that discount, remember the price is not going to change in year 2. You can lock in the discount today by clicking the link in the video description, and what you pay is what you're going to pay for the duration of your use of the product, which is pretty sweet if I do say so myself. If you just want to learn more about Aura, if you want to see the product in even greater detail, keep watching. An Aura review is going to play next, and I will see you in that video. Thank you.